For decades, at first glance, it looks like just another narrow stretch of water in the Middle East. But this thin passage between Iran and Oman controls something incredibly important: nearly one-fifth of the world's oil supply. And now, according to U.S. intelligence reports, Iran may be laying naval mines inside the Strait of Hormuz, turning one of the world's most important shipping routes into a potential battlefield. KTVZ. Even a small number of mines could halt oil tankers, trigger global panic in energy markets, and send oil prices soaring overnight. Because when the Strait of Hormuz is threatened, the entire global economy feels the shock. The Strait of Hormuz is only about 21 miles wide at its narrowest point, but despite its small size, it plays an enormous role in the global economy. Every day, millions of barrels of crude oil leave the Persian Gulf through this narrow passage. Tankers carrying energy from countries like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq, the UAE must all pass through this corridor to reach global markets. Altogether, roughly 20% of the world's daily oil supply moves through this single choke point. Forbes. Which means any disruption here can send shockwaves through energy markets around the world. And that's exactly why military strategists call it one of the most dangerous places on Earth during times of conflict. Naval mines are one of the oldest and most effective weapons in maritime warfare. Unlike missiles or torpedoes, mines don't chase their targets. Instead, they wait silently beneath the water. Some float just below the surface. Others sit on the seabed. When a ship passes overhead, the mine can detect vibrations, magnetic signatures, or pressure changes, triggering an explosion powerful enough to cripple even the largest vessels. The danger is not just the explosion itself, it's the uncertainty. If ship captains believe mines might be present, many will refuse to sail through the area at all. That alone can bring shipping traffic to a halt. Iran has long viewed the Strait of Hormuz as a strategic advantage, because geographically, the country sits directly along the northern side of the strait. This gives Iran the ability to threaten shipping if tensions escalate. According to intelligence reports, Iranian forces may already be deploying mines using small boats capable of carrying 2 to 3 miles. Even a few dozen mines could force tankers to stop traveling through the area. And if Iran were to deploy hundreds, the entire strait could effectively become closed. That's why military planners consider mine warfare one of Iran's most powerful asymmetric weapons. The moment news of potential mines appears, oil markets react instantly. Why? Because energy traders know exactly what this means. If the Strait of Hormuz closes, millions of barrels of oil per day could disappear from global markets. And when supply drops suddenly, prices rise quickly. That increase doesn't just affect oil companies. It affects gasoline prices, shipping costs, airline fuel expenses, global inflation. In other words, a military move in a narrow Middle Eastern waterway could quickly impact every consumer on Earth. When naval mines appear in strategic waters, the response is immediate. Mine-clearing ships and helicopters begin searching the seabed. Special sonar equipment scans for suspicious objects. Underwater drones inspect them. And explosive charges are used to destroy mines safely. At the same time, warships may escort oil tankers through the strait. The goal is simple: keep the shipping lane open. Because if traffic stops for too long, the economic consequences could be enormous. The Strait of Hormuz is not just a regional issue, it is a global economic lifeline. If shipping stops, Europe could face energy shortages. Asia's industrial economies could struggle to secure fuel. Global shipping costs could skyrocket. Even countries far from the Middle East would feel the consequences. Because modern supply chains depend on stable energy flows. And when those flows are disrupted, the ripple effects spread across the world economy. For decades, the Strait of Hormuz has remained open despite wars,